No matter the weather, Alexandria Emergency Hospital is always here for you. Rain or shine, our doors are open 24/7 to provide the care you and your loved ones need fast. Every second counts, and Alexandria Emergency Hospital is here to help you through any storm.
In the event of a water damage emergency, call PuroClean of Cenla.
All right, guys, let's watch this fella. It'll start moving in a second. It looks like, I don't know. I don't see the electronics. I don't know if he's live scoping. It looks like he's looking at a screen. But this is a live fishing show. Enough of the weather. We've done that. That's played out. No, I'm kidding. We'll talk about weather. But I was hoping we'd maybe get someone catching a fish on there since he's perfectly in line with the camera. But yeah, we have some storms coming in today. Not seeing clouds out west today. Oh, he's reeling fast. Come on, tell me you got something. How cool would that be? Come on. Don't get snagged, dude. There's a lot of pressure on you. No. Nothing. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and do the weather forecast. I'm going to watch him, I guess, after I'm done here. But it looks like today we're going to get some storms in the area. We don't have much going on, and you can see how interested I was. I caught myself there. I'm like, yeah, I want to go fishing again. Clear skies right now. That's going to change today. Unfortunately, I think the sun's going to be out long enough to really kind of juice up that instability. So while there's no SPC highlighted area for severe threats today, I think we could see a couple of severe storms out of this. We already saw one out there in Mississippi, had a warning just south of Meridian. There's that little circulation. That's the disturbance that's going to work this way, work on that moisture, and bring us some big storms. Now, this is as non-local as it gets. This is off the Kamchatka Peninsula of Russia. This is showing the last 6 hours of aftershocks, and of course, I posted about this last night. We had the tsunami warnings and watches and advisories all over the West Coast. I know there was some tsunami action out there. They had the waves coming in, but just crazy. 23 5.0 or greater aftershocks in the last 6 hours, and we've seen a ton more than that out that way. And just looking at all the news sources I've seen this morning, I have not seen crazy widespread damage across a lot of these areas in America. So I'll be watching that, and it was an interesting story to watch unfold because you just don't know how those things are going to go until they actually get to where you are. So right now, Natchitoches, what are y'all doing? 91 at 9:33 a.m., 90 up in Shreveport, so you're not alone, but 81 here in Alexandria. So come on down here. We'll take you in. We'll get through that heat together. We'll come down here where it's 10 degrees cooler. I guess you'll feel something like that. But today I think we get storms in the area, and watch this. So here's what's going to happen. When these storms pop and they fire, they come in from the east, and then they kind of spin around that circulation. Couple of stronger wind gusts in there, and I went in and dug a little deeper here, and the HRRR is showing a couple of wind gusts, 50 to 60 knots. That equates to, about 60, 70 miles per hour. So it's not impossible. We saw that up around Monroe yesterday. I think we get a few strong wind gusts today, possibly some damaging wind gusts out there, so maybe we get some tree damage, things like that. Some isolated power outages. This is not going to be anything out of the ordinary unless it hits you, but we are going to see, I think, at least some low-end threat for severe, even though that marginal risk is up to the north. Just given the setup, given how hot and unstable it is, I think we get those thunderstorms to do that. And we actually, I'll jump over and show you the close-in radar because that day planner is showing a few thunderstorms early on in the day. Let me show you here on, already getting just a couple little blips up there just to the north, even a little lightning strike there south of Monroe. So that's that storm that fired this morning just east of Laurel, Mississippi, south of Meridian. That thing's dissipated, but all this is going to work toward the west today, and that's going to bring us a decent chance for some showers and some thunderstorms. Let me find where I was. We were at the planner, and there you go. Once again, scattered storms, isolated in the morning, becoming scattered to more widespread in the afternoon. Now, the good news is no tropical contribution from a tropical system. Of course, we do have tropical moisture. Any chance for development right now in the next week is out over the Pacific. In fact, I don't even think that area in the central Atlantic is going to get going. Models have backed off of that. So today, scattered storms kind of spinning around that system. Again, you can see those higher cores of reflectivity showing more intense activity out there. This one showing between Lafayette and Baton Rouge, and then another cell right here over Rapides Parish. It's not going to exactly go like that. This is just to kind of give you an idea of the potential. So scattered storms this afternoon. This model likes producing more tomorrow morning, and then that would give us enough time to regenerate things north of that and get another round of storms into the afternoon. So we're just going to see waves of off and on scattered storms. It's going to distribute the rainfall totals very wildly. This map looks nice and clean here with a 1/2 inch to 2 inches across the area for the next several days. It's going to be much more blotchy. We're going to see some areas get 3 or 4 inches. Someone's going to get 1/4 of an inch. You kind of know how this goes. I like to keep it a little more in line and say something like 1 to 3, but it is going to vary wildly across the area. 70% chance of storms today, tomorrow 60, 60 to 70 the next couple of days, next 4 days. And then chances do come down as we get into more scattered summertime type deal where it's more isolated storms. It's going to be warmer than normal, August 7th to the 13th, and it looks like rain chances. We're just going to kind of keep scattered stuff here. So no real extended period of dry weather, and that's good news because 5 days of dry weather this time of year can send you right into a drought. So we don't want to see that. We're kind of close to that right now. We really need this rain to materialize over the next few days, and that will help things out a good bit. Your power flickered 15 minutes ago. Already we're doing that? We better not do it. I know, Miss Karen, I want that dude to catch that bass. I'm going to go back and watch him, and you can watch him. I mean, it's on the app. It's on the website. And I do have my major announcement I was talking about, which, people always talk about major announcements. Let's just say it's an announcement. It's not even major. But I think it's really cool, and I think it's going to add another layer for what we do here. And I'm going to talk about that. I believe that will be live and ready to roll on Thursday, which is tomorrow. Also, Brett with Weather Logic, he's here, has cams, all that. He's with he's got like 52 companies, and he's here right now. He's working on the Rapides camera. He's getting that thing set up and operational again. He was up at Gina, put in a full weather station there, so we're going to have that data flowing. Actually already is through the app and the website. Then he's headed down to Stelli's and my brother-in-law's because my brother-in-law is putting a camera in around LeCount. I don't know if we'll have that mounted today. I don't think so. I think we're going to get everything set up, and then we'll mount that a little later. So we're adding stuff. We're making things happen here in the slow season. When things aren't happening, that's when I like to go out and get things set up for when it gets active, and we are in the process of doing that. I'll have my announcement, I hope, tomorrow or Friday. Even if it's active tomorrow, I may give it a day. We'll see how it goes. All right, I'll see you back here tomorrow, maybe giving an announcement, maybe waiting another day. I'll see you then.